Hello, 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 welcome in. Get myself shared out here. We are in an event today, and it is with the Double Trouble group. Hello there, Miss Yvonne. And I just thought about it and I totally forgot to put my shirt on. It is it is really hot. I am sorry. I totally forgot to wear my shirt. But we are in the Double Trouble group today, and the event is Crafter's Choice. So up before me was Miss Rosa with the Outcast Crafter. And up after me is our hostess, Miss Yvonne, the Craftin Gammy with Yvonne. So make sure that you guys stay tuned and watch all of today's creators and presenters and all of them that will be popping in. There's Miss Grace. Hello, dear. Welcome in, welcome in. So thank you guys so much for popping in. I do appreciate it. And I have a small project. If we get done in fast enough, then I have something else that I was gonna work on. So let's get started. And thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it, guys. So we're gonna work a little bit on a Halloween little craft here. So these are from Hobby Lobby, and it's just one of their little wooden this one, so they're frames, the ones that have the hole in them, and then there's this one that has like the full base. And I'm gonna turn this into a journal topper. That's the plan. So we're gonna create. So this is from the wood pile. It was $3.49. It was one of the clearance items for 89 cents. So I grabbed that. And also from the wood pile, they have the owl shapes, the little wooden owl shapes, and I grabbed those as well because I want to incorporate one as a kind of like a 3D element on here. So let's get started. Thank you for spreading the blessings. I really do appreciate it. And we're just gonna try to take this off here. It doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to cover it, but you know, really don't want that there. So and I didn't bring a trash bag in. Well, that was not smart, Tamara. So thank you again to Miss Yvonne for having me. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys like this idea. So this, I literally just typed Halloween background into my Google search on my computer, and this was one of the ones that came out. I thought it was really cute, and because it had like the trees in the background, it would work to add the little owl to it. So now it's all a matter of making sure it will fit, okay? But before we get too busy with that, I'm gonna go ahead and paint this. So I'm gonna paint the outside black, and then I'm gonna come in with some Rub and Buff to give it like some shine, so it kind of looks like a fancy frame. That's the idea. I want it to look like a fancy frame. I hope everybody is having a blessed day today so far. I recently messaged with my friend, and they're handling all of the funeral arrangements for her father. So yesterday I was supposed to be in an event, and I got the message from my best friend that her father was being taken off of life support. So I immediately rushed to the hospital to be with her. and that was really hard because I've known them for over a decade, and her father was always so kind and so sweet to us and to the kids. He was such a special man. You've been listening to jazz and trying to keep cool. Look, I mean, whatever we gotta do, whether it's listening to jazz, putting ice packs on your neck, you know, dipping your feet in water. I know that Miss Rosa, they were like in the pool or whatever. Look, whatever you gotta do, 'cause this heat wave, you know, Europe is complaining about the heat wave, but it's hot. It's hot over here. Biggest difference, honestly, is that while it is very, very hot, is that over there they don't have AC like we do. We are very blessed, y'all. Like my brother will tell me, you know, it's one of the things he misses in the summertime from the U.S. is he misses his AC. Because they don't use those over there. Homes, especially a lot of the older homes, don't have that kind of stuff. So they got great heating systems because their winters can be brutal, but they're not prepared for the warming summers, because it seems like the summers are getting warmer and warmer. I mean, like I said in Miss Rosa's live, you know, here in Atlanta we're hitting triple digits already. We're hitting, you know, 100, 101, and it's like seriously, like, what the heck? I mean, it's not even the hot months for us. The hot months for us is always the end of July and August. That's when it really gets hot. So for it to be this hot already this early, I do not want to know what the rest of the summer is going to be like. I'm definitely not looking forward to it. And the humidity level today is I stepped outside to go put some stuff in the mail. I was like, nope. It's like, back in the house we go. Alright, so I think that looks pretty good. I'm not worried about like getting on the insides or anything like that. And obviously the back, definitely not worried, because this is going to go glued onto a journal top, so not really needing to make sure that that is okay. Stay there. Alright, so that is dry. I'm going to trim this down so that I can size it as best possible to that. So hopefully we can get that rolling. And I don't know what is up with FB lately, kicking people off, because it did me like that the other day. I think it was Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. I was on Miss Yachty's group and it kicked me off halfway through. It did the same to her. And then I saw Miss Rose. As soon as I saw what happened, I immediately went back and looked for her. I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna go back live. It kicked her off. So I was looking for her. I don't know what's going on, but and I know it's not everybody, but a lot of crafters are having that issue. They're having to restart. Like, I don't know why. I don't know if it's just the servers that are overheating and giving out, or you know, it's I don't know. Hello there. How are you, my sweet friend? How are you doing, Miss Cynthia? I hope you are doing well. Alright, so I'm going to try to measure this, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get the whole pumpkin in. That is not going to happen. Alright, let's... Hey there, Miss Kimberly. How are you, sweetie? I hope you're feeling better, hon. Alright, so I need... Okay, 3. Alright, 3 by 5. Oh, that's good to hear. That is really good to hear. I'm glad to hear that you had a good day today. I need a pencil. Oh! Hey, I mean, that's always good, right? Impressing people, that's always a good thing. So yeah, it's you know, it is so hard to lose someone, and just all the, like, you don't have time to grieve, you know, because no more has the person passed, and already, you know, they're asking, you know, what the arrangements are, because they have to, and I get it, you know, I really do, you know, the hospitals need the rooms, they need the beds, but it's like, you just told these people that this person passed, and like not even 5 minutes later you're like, okay, what's happening, because we gotta move him. No, shingles are no joke, my friend. I personally have not had them, but I have cared for somebody who had it, and oh my gosh, I hurt every day for her, because it looked so painful. So you are in my prayers, my friend. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Second time? Oh, goodness. So, I'm definitely no medical expert or anything, but, like, I would have thought that they, that if you had it, like, once, it wouldn't come back. You know, kind of like most other things, if you have it one time, it doesn't come back, because your body's built up immunity and stuff. I mean, I know it's different, because shingles is tied to chicken pox, and if you've had chicken pox before, you know, as a kid, you're more likely to have, which that scares me, because I actually had chicken pox twice as a child. Oh, Well, my measurement was totally off. Okay, I gotta trim that down. Yeah, I could have, I seriously thought that that's how it would work, right? But I guess not. I know they tell you to take a vaccine to help prevent it. You had it twice also? Yeah, I had it once on my own, and then my brother ended up having it, and then I ended up getting it from him, and I was like, so. Hey there, Miss Lori. How are you, my sweet friend? Thank you for popping in, dear. I really do appreciate it. I hope you are staying cool and having a wonderful day. I know right now everybody is just dealing with this crazy heat wave. I mean, and it's all over the world. It is literally all over the world, because even like I said, even my family in Europe is having to deal with it. So it's not just us. I know Miss Yvonne said that she is listening to jazz, trying to cool down. I was like, hey, whatever it takes, right? I am going to round the corners to this so that it'll fit in a little bit better. I might have to double check my paint job, but it should be alright. So yeah, so I'm with me having it twice, I'm like, okay, so I'm kind of just waiting for shingles to happen. We don't, you know, at least, you know, we don't do the whole chickenpox vaccine in Costa Rica, so I never had it growing up. You know, they were really of the mentality of, hey, if somebody's got it, take your kid, make sure they get it too. Get it out of the way, because it's better if they have it while they're young than when they're older, which is true, because chickenpox for an older person is actually lethal. It is very, very dangerous. So, surprisingly, us the younger kiddos have a lot of strength when it comes to that. So I'm using my glue mixture, and usually all it is school glue and some distilled water. Okay, but if you like using Mod Podge, you can use Mod Podge to decoupage. Whatever you like to use to decoupage. This is what I'm using. I am going to be ironing on just to make sure that it is nice and flat. Let me get a piece of something here so I don't get it all over my desk. So I'm actually putting my glue onto my image since I need to fit it on there, and I don't want to have the little glossy hue that you have left when you've put glue, you know, the glue down, and then it's not covered. So I don't want that. So I'm doing it this way. I'm actually putting my adhesive on here. We'll dry it and then we'll put it onto then we'll put it on there, okay? It's actually, yeah, see, 73, that's lovely. That's lovely weather, actually. No. Yesterday we hit 101. Today we're back, I think, around 99, 100. And we're supposed to stay in triple digits for the rest of the week. Oh. It's not perfect, but it'll do. It doesn't have to be 100% dry. Just enough for me to be able to manipulate it. That's just some packing paper. It's packing paper, butcher paper, whatever you got, don't matter. And then this way, I can lay it down, figure out a little bit where I want it. This is just regular printer paper, so, you know, it can be a little bit on the delicate side, and I definitely did not want to risk ripping it because that would not be fun. So you can't remember. I thought I had shingles, but it was a fall. Ooh. Wow. I bet that was scary, Miss Yvonne. So now I'm just using a piece of parchment paper to be my barrier. And this will help reactivate the glue, because the heat of the iron will help to reactivate the glue. It'll wake it up and it'll attach to our back piece. In this case, it's the little wood piece. See? That came out pretty cute. Now I gotta figure out, I think I'm gonna do my owl in black. I'm thinking. So there's different sizes in here in this owl pack, and I'm gonna use one of the smaller ones, and I'm thinking this one is a little more kind of like haunty owl, because the rest are way too big. See, they're way too big for this. So I think that one will work, and again, that one has kind of like that haunty owl vibe, so that'll work perfect. And I think doing it in black will work, so I think I'm going to do that in black. You forgot one of my A's, but hello, Miss Rosa. Thank you for sprinkling. I appreciate it. I loved your craft. Oh my god, those geese, just, man, did that kind of decor bring back memories from my childhood. Because a lot of the stuff in our home was that whole kitchen core type vibe. The blue with the geese or the ducks, whatever you want to call them. That, you know, type country blue. I mean, we even had the plates, the cups. I mean, yeah, all kinds of stuff. I think I'm going to give him some yellow ice to make him look kind of spooky-ish. I think that would look actually pretty cool if we do that. So I'm going to dry them up a little bit. And your grandbabies are adorable, Miss Rosa. They're so cute. So I totally am jealous that y'all are in front of a pool right now. Because I bet that is got to be so much fun. Alright, so I need yellow. Like a nice bright yellow. I don't have a paint pen other than gold. And I'm not going to use gold. Let me see if my brush pen will work. Sometimes these things work. Sometimes. So let's see if we can get this brush pen to work. I bet you do. No, it doesn't. It can't see anything. Alright, so that means I gotta actually go get some yellow then. Someday I'll have grandbabies of my own. But like I tell my kids, don't rush to make me a grandma either. Aww. You need to join them. That's the fun part. At least I think that's the fun part. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of yellow and we're gonna give our owl some spooky yellow eyes. Oh yeah. Yup. That that definitely makes it look spooky. So that's good. But before I glue him on. Oh! Oh, I'm too rough for you. I mean, I can understand, because sometimes them kiddos they can definitely get wild. Alright, let's put some rub and buff on the edge of this. Just so we make it look like it was like an actual frame. And I use my fingers, guys. I mean, if you want to use gloves, I mean, obviously use gloves. Alright, so you see, I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys see that? You see some of it there, hopefully. But yeah, right now I'm on call with my friend, so I told her, I was like, if you need anything, just call me. Her parents were married for 65 years, y'all. "65 years. I mean, that's longer than I've been alive. You know, that's just mind-blowing. So I told her, of course, you know, I was with her yesterday and I told her, anything you need, just call me. I'm literally a call away. So I love how this rub and buff is making it look like it is brass, even though this is just wood that we painted. I love using this stuff. And I did notice that that side is not sticking down all the way, so we're going to put the iron over it to see if I just didn't hold it down long enough, or if I need to add some more glue there. Because it might be a matter of it needing more glue. Okay, it looks like it might need some more glue. So we're gonna add some glue. I don't want to deal with the brush, so I'm just gonna use this right here because it's got a fine point to it, so I'll be able to get in. Just really did not want that glue seeping out. I think it's fun how we give each other like nicknames, or like Miss Rosa who gave her grandkiddos a nickname. I think that's just, I think nicknames are sweet. And as long as we're not like giving people nicknames like to bully them, I think nicknames are sweet. Okay, so that looks now like it is all attached. Okay. I still have some rub and buff on my finger, so I'm just going around the edge just in case. Alright, now let's attach this little guy. And I want to attach him over here in the corner, so he's offset from the big jack-o'-lantern. I want to put him over there. Wow, 59 years? See, I find that amazing and, comforting and reassuring that, you can still find that. I know it's rare, but that you can still find that. I find it so inspiring. Okay. Now that's gonna have to dry. And then this will all get sealed because it will be on the top of a journal, so I want it to be nice and sealed. But I'm thinking I might put some gloss over I might put some gloss over the pumpkin, but should I do like all the pumpkin or just where the glowing face is? What do you guys think? Should I put the gloss just where the eyes are, or on all of the pumpkin, so the whole pumpkin looks kind of glossy, like almost like an enamel piece. What do you guys think? Because normally I like to add it just to like eyes, but I'm wondering if I should do the whole pumpkin instead of just like the mouth, eyes, nose. What do you guys think? Thoughts on that one before I start putting this down? Should it be the whole pumpkin or just the face? What do you guys think? And if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about like the glossy accent, you know, that we put in to things like this to give it kind of like a shimmer, so it looks like she's actually wearing glasses, but it's actually just that. What do you all think? First of all, I need to get this unclogged. Alright, so I'm gonna start by doing the face. Let's see how that goes. Hello, Mary Lou. How are you, friend? Thank you for popping in. Thank you for sprinkling. I am working on a journal topper. And yes, it is Halloween themed. Because right now it is so hot, I am secretly wishing we were in the fall already and had cooler weather. Plus Halloween's my favorite season anyways. So I'm gonna do just the faces and see what I think about it once it's dry. If I'm not happy with it, I can always just cover up and do the rest of the pumpkins if I want to. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. Is I'm just gonna let this dry, and we shall see. We shall see, we shall see. I do have, I see 2 bubbles there that I need to pop. So, I just grab a regular needle, and wherever they are appearing, go in, and you can usually pop them. This one is being very stubborn and not wanting to pop. So, when they're stubborn like that, I just then move them to the edge. So this is not resin, but it looks like it once it's done. If you like working with resin, UV resin, you could obviously do it with that as well. Hey, Miss Patty. Okay. So if you do like using, like I said, UV resin, you can use that. I have found other methods to get, you know, this cute result without having to use that. But this has to dry and cure. So I'm gonna set this to the side, and since I still have some time, we're gonna do a quick little makeover of a cover. So this is going to set to the side. That was the main thing I wanted to work on today. But I did grab, so you can pick these up pretty much anywhere. This is just some blank journals, okay? You can grab a blank journal, a notebook, anything that you want, and we're just going to create on the covers and turn these into some cute little, you know, some cute little journals. And I did get a red and a blue because, hey, 4th of July. I also brought stickers and washi tape, because those are things that I like to use. Alright, so I have some washi tapes here that are kind of red, white, and blue type theme, right? So I brought those. And then I have all kinds of like little stickers and embellishments and things that we can add to decorate these. So let's start with the blue one, and let's find a focal point for this blue one. Now, the Statue of Liberty is too big, so that's not going to work. Use Mount Rushmore if we wanted to. Yes, you are our next presenter, my dear. So I think I'm just gonna add the flag. I'm just gonna add the flag. So I'm gonna grab this one right here. Very carefully. These are stickers, but I always add extra glue. I honestly would rather be on the safe side with my stuff than it like coming off, you know. So I always add a little bit of glue just to, you know, make extra sure. That it ain't going nowhere. Use your bone folder. Alright. Now, I do want to incorporate, and I think we're going to do Liberty. Or we could do red, white, and blue. So these ones are foam dimensional stickers. I got these whenever they put like the Paper Studio on 40% sale at the Hobby Lobby, again, I mean, it's $1.99, and then you grab them. So I'll put this up here. It says Liberty. Put our flag there. I have all kinds of stickers. That's too big. God bless the USA. Let me see, what do I have in these ones? So thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. More flags. Life, liberty, happiness. We the people. I'll put that down there. That'll work. Yeah, we'll do the We the People, and then I'll put one of those down here as well. So up after me is Yvonne the Craftin Gammy with Yvonne. So make sure that you go see her. She is our hostess. She is the hostess for the Double Trouble group, and I am so grateful that she allows me to participate in her events whenever I can. And I just thought about something. Think about inking before you put your glue down, is all I'm gonna say. Don't be like me. But, you know, you can grab little composition notebooks and just anything, and you can find really cute stickers and washi tape, and you can decorate them to be mini journals. Now, I like this one because the pages are not lined or anything, so you can turn it into a bullet journal if you want to. You can just use it to decorate spreads. You could use it to write down notes, whatever you wish to do with these, right? Alright, so let's find, where is, there we go. Find where this thing starts. And this one says things like stars and stripes forever, fireworks, forever young. So, you know, same thing. I just like to add a dab of some glue, because it is washi tape, which technically means it's repositionable. It's low tack, and I actually want it to stay, so I am adding glue to it to make sure it stays. Okay. Yeah, washi tapes are very fun to play with, for sure. This one would somewhat blend in, but I think the stars are enough to kind of elevate it so and still make it stick out, so I am going to add some of this one. And same thing, I'm just going to go ahead and put the row of glue down, because I know I'm going to go right above it, so. And so yes, even though it does technically blend in, the stars pop out, and that is enough for me, right? And you can cover both sides. You don't have to do just the front. You can do the front and the back. I'm just going to leave the front as is, and we'll work on the red one. And for the red one, where did my other stickers go to? I really like the little kids, but I don't think that the flags are going to fit. So I might have to use just the kids by themselves. Oh, wait a second. We can do these ones. We can do that one. And okay. Yes, of course. Thank you so much for having me, my dear. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Okay, come on, open up so I can... Where are my doilies? That's gonna be too thick on there. I was hoping for a paper doily. That evidently I don't have. I thought I just got a bunch of doilies in. Okay, I guess not. I guess the only ones I had were the black ones. And you're gonna see the black, so that's not gonna look right. Oh, that'll look pretty. So I've got a few minutes left before Miss Yvonne will be on. Again, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I hope you guys have liked this idea and that it inspires you to try either to do a journal topper or to just decorate some plain notebooks or journals and make them for whatever theme season you want. So it may not be white, but it'll work. It'll still have a really nice effect. So thank you all. I hope you guys have a blessed week. I know it's just the beginning of the week, but you know, keep everybody in prayers. There's a lot of people that are sick right now or going through things. Support each other. Just with, you know, love and kindness, because that's all we can do, is just be there. You don't have to have the right answers. You don't have to have any answers. Just people knowing that you care for them and that you're there is all that is needed. And this world needs a lot of it. And it needs a lot more of it. There's not nearly enough love that is shown, which is so sad because we all have so much love to give. Alright, thank you so much for being with me, guys. I appreciate it. I know that Miss Yvonne is hopping on. I'm just gonna add some more stickers and I'm gonna finish this one up. And again, thank you so much for being here, my friends. I really appreciate it. I love you guys. Have a blessed week, and until I see you guys again,